calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. They go play action now. Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Throwing on second and long. Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. 2 yards is the pickup, and it's good enough for a Jacksonville first. On play action, Lawrence. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Etienne running right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Steps away. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Yep. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Echo.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Hey! We got three, fellas. We got three. Hey, check Mike. Five. Mike, check 33. 33. Guys, game situation. Ready?
They go play action with Lawrence. They'll get this off to ETN. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
The kick by Lambeau is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Miles Jack with a sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Play action. It's Lawrence. too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's second down.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
Hey, orbit. Yes, yes.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A shotgun snap, and again to Etienne. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the give, this is Cohen. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. To throw, it's Murray. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. In the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second down, it's Cohen, and he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing now is Murray. Being chased out left. And a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Score lead already. They may just look to get the... As they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Here's Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. final shot before half from Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Second and 14. Murray going to throw. Quickly into the hands of Mims. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Forced out to his left. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive in the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Toss left side for Etienne. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Leo! Squeeze!
On second down, Etienne once more. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run with Etienne. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Lawrence will throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
On the ball. Undercrush. Check it out.
Lawrence on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Trevor Lawrence with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Play action. Now it's Murray. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going for it. It's Murray. Got a man. It's Mims. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing again, Murray. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Josh Jones. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Here we go, kid. Get off the field. Hey. Hey, high 7.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the 3rd quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Murray. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Murray off play action. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's caught. It's Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive the coach crazy.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Charlie.
Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught by Hollister. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they'll run with Etienne. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Lambo will put this one through, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Big ass open. He's not going to get me.
Play fake. Murray. Buying time to his left. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On second and goal, Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressive. When turned out, they may have salted this one away.
At 11. Another tote for Etienne. Now they can't bring him down. And he'll have a first down here up past the 30, but he's brought down in bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
They absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Jaguars, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will